The Philadelphia Eagles have brought back one of their trustworthy defensive ends, a player that won a Super Bowl with them in 2017 and had one of his best seasons a year ago in Philadelphia. That man is Vinny Curry. Vinny Curry has signed a one-year contract worth up to $2 million. Curry had, like I said, one of his best seasons of his entire career, well into his career last season, as a rotation defensive end on that defensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles. And as the Eagles always do, they love to add that depth to the line of scrimmage. The offensive line, the defensive line, it's always loaded in Philadelphia, and it will be once again in 2020. Adding Vinny Curry, I think, was a much-needed add and a great add for the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a player that ranked 21st a year ago at the edge position, according to PFF. He actually put up his best sack total in seasons, I believe his best sack total since 2014, and he's basically free. I mean, he's cheap. He's on a super almost veteran minimum contract for a player that I thought this offseason, due to his awesome 2019, was actually going to take off and go somewhere else for bigger money. But Vinny Curry did that earlier in his career. If you remember correctly, he left for the 2018 season because he was so good in 2017 as a part of that defensive line for the Eagles. Went to the Bucs, I believe, had kind of a down year, and then went back to Philadelphia in 2019 and had another great year. So I think he's figured out that if he stays in Philadelphia, that's going to be the best Vinny Curry, and that's where he's going to get the best out of himself. And he's probably at his best right now, not playing as just a starter, just an every down player. He's a player that probably wants to play in a rotation, and that's exactly what Philadelphia does very well at a high level and have for seasons under Schwartz on defense. And Malik Jackson will be back and healthy at defensive tackle. Of course, they have Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, the staples there. They added Javon Hargrave for a bigger body. Vinny Curry is the guy that has been known in the past more so for his run defense, for his ability on the edge to set the edge, but he can also show off his ability to get after the quarterback as well. And with Derek Barnett being a player that is kind of disappointed since coming out of the draft, he's been up and down. He's had his moments, but not necessarily been the star that some thought he could be. I think adding Vinny Curry is a big addition and just a very solid, probably upper echelon number 3 edge rusher on a team. This is a guy that's just perfect in that role because he can do a little bit of everything. He can play a little bit everywhere. So I do really like this addition for the Eagles. And in this season, specifically in 2020, being that you never know, somebody could be sick and out for 2 weeks or a week or whatever, that's a huge addition for a team that their source of defense, where they're best and where they really rely on defense, is to get pressure with their front four. So to add a player of his caliber for this cheap, and just a guy that you know knows your system, is reliable, is a veteran, good personality in the locker room, a leader, he's perfect, right? He's really, you can't say anything negative about this signing. They didn't go out there and pay him a whole bunch of money. This is a guy that obviously we know has played at a high level for Philadelphia. And this was the kind of signing that I thought might happen for the Eagles. I thought they might bring him back, but I wasn't exactly sure. And now I'm really, really positive about this defensive line, because I was a little skeptical, seeing as how he was so good last year that they were going to lose him coming into 2020. But now that they got him back, and now you throw in Hargrave and you throw in Jackson, this defensive line might be the best in football. It very well is up there. It's in the top 5. And when you're having to deal with Dallas in your own division, a high-flying offense, you need to get pressure after Dak Prescott and defend Ezekiel Elliott in the run game. As many defensive linemen that can do both as possible is huge for them. So I think the Eagles are a team that definitely in the NFC are a dark horse, a team that can make a run. And Vinny Curry is going to add some veteran experience and a good player to this defense. So I like this signing. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of Vinny Curry returning to the Philadelphia Eagles. Gronk, spike the like button and subscribe for more NFL reactions just like this. It's Mitch Curry back in Philadelphia. Peace.